Greetings, fellow makers! This is Ryan Malcolmus of Malky Cosplays. Yes, there's been a change to my YouTube name. That's a whole business thing, we'll get into that later. But right now, it is time to work on another project. Another project, you ask? You haven't finished Epion yet. Well, we're going to take a little break from Epion to work on something else. What else might that be, you ask? I will show you. Okay, so I built these workbenches about 2-ish years ago, and I love them. They're great. I built this one. This is my main workbench. You've probably seen this several times. And this one, and this one. The problem is down here. See, I normally work with EVA foam, sometimes foam board, that sort of thing. And without any storage plan, these things can just kind of pile up and get all mixed in together, and I don't know what I have. So I started working on that. I have these cardboard tubes. 1, 2, and 3 right now, hoping to get more in the future, because the foam I get comes in this convenient roll. Now, when I cut this open, it tends to just flop all over the place and pile up, and I don't know what I have, because most of the foam I get is white. That's a whole nother thing. But today, we're going to at least start fixing this issue. You'll notice this 2x4 here and here, those are going to be supports for a shelf. Like one of these. That will allow me to put another few rolls of foam right here. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, so quick disclaimer, I am by no means a carpenter or a contractor or a construction worker. I mainly work with foam and fabric and that sort of thing. Wood is not my forte. So, I will give this my best shot and see what we can do. So, this board is just a little bit too wide to fit down here. So, I have to cut it down to size. To do that, I'll be using a circular saw. And the sawdust is going to fly everywhere, so I'm wearing a face shield and a dust mask, because safety first. Alright, and now we can get started. Alright, so my next step is to drill some pilot holes and screw the shelf in place. So, let's do that. So I have drilled the holes and put in the screws, and now this side is nice and secure. And now I'm going to do the same exact thing over here. So I'll be back when that's done. Okay, so the first shelf is in. Everything looks good. Feels good. Well, pretty good. And now we will see if it can hold something. And yeah, looks like we're good. Okay. Okay, so the first shelf is in. It's all secure, everything is screwed down, everything is great. And I'm going to install the second shelf in a few hours when it's not super hot in here. Because I live in Texas and it's July, so it feels like it's about 200 degrees. So I will come back when that's done. Okay, so this is the original bottom shelf. I can still store some big rolls of EVA foam as well as large sheets of foam or foam core or wood or whatever. On the second shelf, the one we installed yesterday, we can have our rolls of EVA foam as well as paper and other small things. And here is the shelf I installed a couple hours later. And on this shelf, we have some bins for scrap. We've got 2mm and 4mm, 6mm. I expect this one to fill up rather quickly. 8mm. And here we have all the tools I use the most. We've got markers, knives, foam cutters, foam cutters, and sanding tools. And everything is in its own little compartment. There we go. And it all goes back in here where I can get to it whenever I need it. So that is the improved workbench. I know this isn't my usual content, so thank you very much for sticking around and watching this video all the way through. If you did, give yourself 200 cool points, because that's how cool you are. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, share if you want. And yeah, if you have any questions or comments or suggestions, load them in the comment section. I'll be happy to read them and get back to you. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.